All right, so a lot of you guys, I've probably been seeing my stories lately, posting the sales and whatnot. Always liking the stories, always showing love. I want to say I appreciate that. Just seeing that, I obviously know there's some interest in kind of the online space. How I do what I do, how I got introduced to what I do. So I thought I'd kind of just go through and show you guys the process it's taken to get here, and then we'll talk about some stuff throughout the whole thing. But if you are going to watch this video, kudos to you. A lot of people are too scared to reach out and kind of not admit, but to reach out and for opportunity, whatever it may be. So I'm just going to go through. We're going to start off here. I was a freshman in college, all right? Okay. Fresh out of football, all I ever knew for 17, 18 years of my life was football. Nothing else. Didn't know how to do anything. Seriously, like maybe work outside. That's about it. Didn't know how to do anything. So, loser, making no money, literally just getting drunk, right? Got to a point where I realized, bro, like I want more for myself. Like this isn't what it's supposed to be. Like, yeah, I was having a great time. It's not what it's supposed to be. So, this right here was the initial start. Something lit on fire in me. Okay, so I went and did some internships. I did 3 of them, multiple summers, right? We're probably in like my sophomore year now. I don't know the exact time, to be honest. And I was doing these internships. Very blessed to have them. I did one freshman year, sophomore year, and junior year. And just kind of realized throughout doing those, it's not where I wanted to be for the rest of my life, right? I didn't want to be sitting in an office. I didn't want to be... I just wanted to be able to have time freedom, right? Like, I wanted to be able to walk outside and, like, enjoy it. Like, I would go inside to work. It would be dark. I would leave. It would be dark. It's terrible. I don't know how people do it. I would never do it again. So I realized it's not what I want to do for the rest of my life. So I started looking around online, figuring out some things to do, right? I was really into clothes, right? And I was like, shit, like, I'm tired of paying for expensive clothes. Let me just go make some clothes, okay? So went here, started a clothing brand, okay? Throughout this is like the pivotal part of like everything for me. And it's very weird how everything ties back in together. So don't lose me, all right? Made a lot of connections through this, right? Started doing content for creators, filming videos for sports betting things, all kind of stuff. I got introduced to a little bit of like online space right there, okay? Throughout the clothing brand, right, I realized after a couple months, year in, like it wasn't feeding me like I thought it would. It wasn't providing me the capital or anything that I thought it was going to do. So I had a decision at this point, right? So it was either continue to stay broke, right, and don't make a change. Just keep trying the clothing brand, which I probably would have been successful if I'd have kept trying. But I was poor, I had no money, maybe $100 to my name at the end of the week, every week. I realized once again I didn't want to be there. Okay, so decision: stay broke or make a change, right? So this summer comes around. Keep in mind this time frame, like it's pretty accurate, but there's a lot of months going through. This isn't like month after month after month. So I had a decision at this point, right? Once again, stay broke or make a change. So I started doing door-to-door sales. Through doing door-to-door sales, I learned the basis of sales. I learned what it's like to have a sales manager, what it's like to do sales trainings, what it's like to do all that, right? Learned literally the basics of sales, like you see right here. Made good money doing it, right? Made pretty good money over the summer. So I made enough. I still had that clothing brand dream. So I made enough money to invest in purchasing a mentorship for my clothing brand, because that's what I thought was going to be my ticket out. Throughout this, right, knowledge I gained was great. I just didn't have the capital to perform what I had learned. Okay, I wish I'd have known that, but I didn't. Okay, I jumped in. I paid. It was $1,500 a month, bro. $1,500 a month. I'm probably making $1,000 a month, maybe $1,000 a month, bro. Not doing good, obviously. $1,000 a month is absolutely terrible. Maybe 2,000. I don't know, bro. Not enough, okay? So I couldn't go invest in the ads and everything I wanted to with the clothing brand. But what I did get out of this mentorship was I built a relationship with the creator. I call him a creator, but basically what he is he sells, he does ad services and a bunch of stuff for people doing clothing brands or e-commerce brands. So I made a really good relationship with this creator. Okay, that's gonna come in here in a little bit. So now I have this decision once again. Continue doing what I hated, right? Which was working at that corporate job right here. Or it is quit my job because I knew I hated it. I knew I hated it. I knew I wanted to get out. It was quit my job and jump into remote sales through the previous relationship I built. That relationship I built was from buying this course. I went and had dinner with this guy to talk about clothes and all kind of stuff. And he mentioned, hey, like, I don't know if you know anybody in sales. I need somebody. I'm trying to scale my team. We're trying to push out and sell more ad services, website services, whatever it was. So we're at dinner and I go, hey, well, I used to do door-to-door sales. Like, I'm looking for something new. I'm in a job I hate. I need some money to fund the clothing brand. Like, I would love to hop into remote sales, right? Because I'd seen it all over the place. I wanted to get into it, right? So at this point, I hopped in. I quit my job, my corporate job. At this point, I was probably making $2,500 a month, deadass, like $2,500 a month. I would work 3 days a week. I would make $25 an hour. Wasn't doing great. Wasn't doing terrible. Was doing a lot better than a lot of people I knew, which is insane for $2,500. So at this point, 1 month in to this remote sales job, I got fired, right? Just not doing a good job. Wasn't a very easy transition from door-to-door sales to what we were doing. There was a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff. I don't want to bash anybody. There was a lot of systems and everything that weren't really clicking. I'm not going to blame it on that. I could have done better regardless, okay? At this point, bro, this is the decision that literally, like, this is the craziest decision ever. At this point in my life, bro, I'm 20 years old, maybe 21 years old, bro, 21 years old. This is literally no less than 6 months ago, okay? No less than 6 months ago, I had $37 in my bank account. $37. And keep in mind, I was paying $1,500 a month for that mentorship. I was $8,000 in credit card debt. And I had $37 to my name, okay? The normal person, right, would go back to get that corporate job and just not do anything and make sure they pay off their credit card, whatever it is. I've never missed a payment, so don't worry about that, guys. But I always made my minimums, made it happen. But I had the option to go back to the corporate job, make $2,500 a month, or find another remote sales job. Okay, this is where relationships tie into this whole thing, right? Relationships is literally what's got me here. One of my buddy's cousins has been doing remote sales, high ticket sales for probably 10 years at this point. Never talked to him in my life. Hit him up, told him who I was, introduced myself in a proper way. Told him, hey, I was working on this job. I didn't lie, I kind of did. I said, hey, the lead flow has slowed down. I'm looking for another remote sales job. Okay, we got on the phone literally 2 days later. 2 days later, after I made that call, I had an interview with the company, got hired, okay? So this is probably back in May, I would say. May. Made my first $5,000 in a month, okay? Still wasn't where I wanted to be. The whole goal all along, even starting the clothing brand and everything, was like 10K a month, 10K a month. And you guys are probably in the same spot, right? 10K a month, 10K a month, right? So I'm not blaming or faulting anybody for that. So made my first $5,000 a month, right? Had good proper training on my team, had a good sales manager, started working out. A couple months later, first 8K month. Okay. At this point, I'm getting to travel. I'm traveling everywhere. I'm enjoying my money. I'm kind of blowing everything, right? Just having a good time. Okay. which is what you're supposed to do. That's the whole point of remote sales. Like I would be on the beach taking a call, closing somebody. I would be at the pool closing somebody. I would be in Chicago or whatever it is, and we'd go walk to the Bean, hang out, have some lunch, and then I'd come back and get on a call and close somebody. Like that's it. I love it. I love it. That is beautiful. That is balance right there. That's work-life balance, if you want to call it. Okay. Here recently, back in August, last month, I had my first 10K month. That was huge for me. It was huge. Something I've been trying to do since I started the clothing brand, right? Made my first 10K month, okay? Now this is my goal, guys. So my goal is to be able to like teach and assist others, right? If it's others is you guys, if you're watching this, on how to get into the space and survive. Because there's really only one way to get into the space, honest to God, and it's connection. First of all, it's connection and experience. If you don't have connections, right, you need to have a lot of experience. If you don't have any experience, you need to have connections. And I think I just said the same damn thing, but I'm not even going to chop this. This is going straight up after this. So what I'm going to do, guys, is my goal is to teach all of you, right? If you made it this far to the video, it means that you care and you're paying attention to everything. I want to teach everybody how to get into the remote space and survive, because keep in mind, if I didn't have those relationships, I probably wouldn't have been in remote sales after that first time I got fired, right? So there's multiple ways to do that, but I don't want you guys to have to worry about that. I want you guys to have to worry about how to get good at sales. So what my goal is to be able to have a call once a week with you guys, right? And we'll go over sales, we'll go over mindset, we'll go over everything you need to do to get a remote sales job, right? And I will find you a job and place you on an offer, okay? After you are trained up and I can put forth you to my name and you're not going to ruin my reputation, I will put you forward on a sales job, okay? This isn't something, for somebody it might take a month. For somebody, it might take you guys 3 months because you might have no experience, and that's fine. But if you come in, it's just something that you want to do, right? Please hit me up. We can talk about it. I'm not going to be charging an arm and a leg. This isn't going to be a mentorship where I, make a course on ChatGPT and charge you for it. That's not what this is going to be. So it's going to be something where you get my undivided attention once a week for an hour, 2 hours, whatever it is. I'll bring on sales managers, I'll bring on sales leaders, I'll bring on people that are making way more than I'm making in the space to coach and train and help you guys out, right? And this is something that I've always wanted to do. I feel like, having knowledge and not sharing it, it's a Bible verse somewhere, I don't know the exact one. It's basically a sin, right? And this is something that I've, in my own selfishness, have not provided to you guys just because I didn't think I was good enough, right? But now I got off the phone with one of my buddies, and he's like, hey, you're doing not only you a disservice, but everybody else a disservice that wants to get in the space that you are. So, yeah, if this is something that you want to get into, I just wanted to show you a roadmap, because everybody's like, how'd you get into it? How'd you get into it? How'd you get into it? It's not as easy as me just going, hey, I fucking I sent a DM to some guy and got a job. No, this is like 3 years of relationships building and whatever, trying new shit to make it happen. And this is a big thing, and I know I'm rambling now. I'm a little bit off of, I'm done with that. This is a big thing for a lot of you guys that are probably watching this, and you've probably just been too, excuse my profanity, too pussy to try anything because you're worried about failure, right? You always go the easy route. Like, let's go back to right here, okay? Let's go back to right here. What would be the easy route right here, guys? What would be the easy fucking route? The easy route after having $37 in your bank account would be to go back and get a corporate job or a McDonald's or whatever the fuck it is. Put the fries in the bag. That's the easy thing to do. The hard thing to do is to trust yourself and not care about what's going on and have the mindset of you know where you need to go to get to that point. And a lot of people don't have that. And I don't want you guys to have that, right? So that's also what we're going to be teaching in here, and I'm going to be teaching you guys is my mindset. And, like I said, I'm going to bring in other people and kind of they can share theirs as well. But that's it, guys. If you don't know me, right, this is first introduction. Now you do. Thank you for watching the whole thing. If you did, God bless you, and look forward to hearing from you guys soon. So, peace.